All right, everybody. We got a little bit of breaking news. It's not the breaking news that a lot of people may have been hoping to hear. I know most people would have hoped that breaking news would have concerned Dwayne Brown starting to practice or maybe signing Geno Atkins, but this is neither of those things. This is something a good deal smaller in significance than either of those things, but it happened. So let's talk about it. As of a few minutes ago, the Seahawks are expected to sign tight end Luke Willson. It's not official yet, but Luke Willson himself tweeted something out that indicated that this was going to happen, and it seems very likely that he's going to start practicing with the team either today or tomorrow. So, looks like Luke Willson is back in the fold. He had been a tight end with us for many years, off and on. Had some good moments. He won a Super Bowl. I think there's a decent amount of appreciation for Luke Willson within this fan base and within this franchise, even if he was never anything special at all. He was always a, at best, mediocre tight end, but he had positive moments, and I think he's generally well liked. Now, I think the more interesting part of this is who we pushed out to make room for Luke, because when you bring in Luke Willson, you obviously have to release somebody because you have to stay under that 80-man roster. So that person ended up being Pierre Desir, veteran cornerback. So at the position where Seattle is probably the least comfortable right now, we decided to make a cut. And I find it interesting that it's Desir, but that is a guy who has not really done much in the preseason, and we haven't heard very much about him lately. So it makes sense, right? It makes some sense. I don't think Desir was going to make the 53 man. I did think he had a chance at the practice squad. So didn't happen, and now we have some clarity at the cornerback position. So let's go to the 53-man roster and practice squad. Luke Willson, let's see where he slots in here. So if you take a look at the tight ends, we got Gerald Everett, we got Will Dissly. Those guys are clearly going to be ahead of Luke Willson in the pecking order. And then you have Colby Parkinson, who I think his upside is going to keep him on the active roster as well. So is there a future on this team for Luke past this week? It doesn't seem like it's on the 53 man in all likelihood, unless we choose to carry four tight ends, which I don't expect. But Tyler Mabry's been injured for a while now. He hasn't been able to play in the preseason at all. Maybe that cost him his roster spot. Maybe Tyler Mabry ends up not getting on the practice squad due to a lack of availability. So, just kind of taking a shot here, let's push Luke Willson onto the practice squad here. I don't know if we would actually put him on the practice squad because he's a veteran and you have limited veteran slots, but I think we could put him on there if we wanted to, and then have Tyler Mabry join the likely cuts over here. So it might pan out something like this. It could easily be flip-flopped, by the way, where Mabry is the practice squatter and Luke Willson is just hanging around for a couple weeks in case Parkinson can't get back. But it could break out something like this. You might see Luke Willson on the practice squad just waiting for his opportunity to get called up if somebody gets hurt. And I don't know. I don't feel too badly about that. So Luke Willson is in, and Pierre Desir, who I actually had listed as a practice squatter, is out. Now, his loss is another man's gain, and in this case, it seems like the gain will come for Gavin Heslop, who has looked pretty good in the preseason so far in my eyes. So I'm going to throw him on the practice squad. I think that Heslop moving ahead of Desir on the depth chart is a big reason why we were able to move on from him. And I think that Heslop will be the beneficiary. So putting him on the practice squad as actually now the only corner who makes our practice squad. And not bad. I mean, this is not huge news by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think Luke Willson will be a member of the 53-man for the start of the season. And I don't know if Heslop will ever work his way onto the 53-man either. So this is not a hugely significant pair of moves, but they are moves. All right, I will see you guys later today. Maybe we get some Geno Atkins news, but for now, Luke Willson is in and Pierre Desir is out.